Well, there's no way he should have been left off, Skip. No matter what you think, I'm not saying he should have been a top 20 guy, but there's no way you can have a guy that leads a team to the playoff at the quarterback position, and his three top receivers, Deshaun Jackson missed 13 games, Alshon misses 6 games, Nelson Aguilar misses 5 games. His top right offensive lineman, Lane Johnson, one of them, missed 4 games. And you can't say they made the playoffs any other way in saying that Carson Wentz played out of his mind, especially down the stretch. And to say Ryan Tannehill after 8 games had a better year than Carson Wentz. Jimmy G was unbelievable. Skip Bayless said, I can't believe. Skip Bayless tells me that Jimmy G cost the 49ers a Super Bowl.
Well, I think a lot of people say
I don't know about a lot of people.
Do you disagree with that?
I'm just making my point for my guy.
3 for 11 in the fourth quarter for like 13 yards.
He was terrible in the fourth quarter. Hold on. Dak Prescott, 46. You mean to tell me, how can Dak be 46 with Zeke Elliott, Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb, the top offensive lineman, 3 Pro Bowl offensive linemen, Zeke Elliott as your running back who was in the 20s.
He was 24th.
And you don't make the playoffs. And a guy misses his 3 top offensive receivers. And he has Miles Sanders is not even mentioned in the ballpark of Zeke Elliott. One guy gets this team to the playoffs, the other guy does not, and he's ranked higher?
Look, he's ranked way higher.
No, it's Skip. Look, I'm not saying that he should have been top 10, top 20. And look, I'm just saying there's not 100 players in the NFL currently, I believe, that are better than Carson Wentz. You can say obviously they're the Skip, the quarterbacks, and you say Brady, and I want Rodgers or Lamar and Wentz, not Wentz, but Mahomes, Russ. Okay, Skip, I get that. But when I start looking at Cousins, and I look at Jimmy G, and I look at Josh Allen, and I look at Ryan Tannehill, I look at Calais, no way. No way, Skip. But you know what, Skip? I've learned to accept it. That
what is it, Skip?
When people vote, Skip, you got to be willing to accept the outcome. I disagree vehemently that there are 100 players in the NFL currently better than Wentz. But they spoken. And that's what Skip told me.
The players have spoken. Carson Wentz did not make the top 100.
I want that energy.
Dak Prescott, 46.
I want that energy. Hold on. It's coming up, Jenny. It's coming up. Let's see. It's coming up in about 3 more segments.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay, we have 2 big issues operating here, and I will address them
two big issues.
I have told you from the start of this list, from the start of this show, it doesn't work not to include every starting quarterback in the top 100. If you start for an NFL team just by virtue of the value of your position, quarterback, you're going to rank in the top 100 players in the National Football League. I'm sorry, you just are. So let's forget for the moment about Carson Wentz didn't make the top 100.
Okay.
Do you realize here's some other quarterbacks who did not make the top 100?
The top 100.
I get it, he didn't
Roethlisberger.
play, but he's still afloat. He's still a member of the National Football League. I'm pretty sure he's going to play this year. So he is eligible for this list, and he did not make it. No, seriously? How about Baker Mayfield? He was
Oh, come on.
Baker Mayfield a year ago he was the it quarterback, right?
And this year, in the pre-2019,
you cannot tell me he's not one of the top 100 players. How about Phillip Rivers? He's long in the tooth, but Indy loves him, and Indy banked a bunch of money on him, and they're betting their whole season on Phillip Rivers, right?
Right.
Not in the top 100?
Oh,
seriously?
my God.
How about Matt Ryan, a guy you
Oh,
love?
Matty. Where's brother? Brethren. Where are you? Where are you, brother?
Yes.
MVP in 2016. And he
2016.
didn't make the top 100, and he actually had quietly a pretty good year last year, right?
Yep.
Not in the top 100. How about Matt Stafford? I know, hurt also.
Oh, come on. Come on, man.
Picked him to be the comeback player of the year.
Yes.
He's still playing. He's still eligible for this list. He didn't make the top 100. Derek Carr, Jared Goff, Teddy Bridgewater. I could go on.
Ryan Kirk. Thank you for that super chat.
Who play the most special position in your game, in your sport, didn't make the top 100.
Right.
So we know the quarterbacks who did make the top 100, like it's a joke to me. I already told you Kyler Murray is 90th, which is absurd. But then we start going down to 87, Josh Allen, then Tannehill, then Kirk Cousins, then Dak, then Jimmy G. then Deshaun, then Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady up at 14, Drew Brees at 12. So the big three, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady,
They're
Drew Brees,
always in the top 10.
didn't even make the top 10. So times are a-changing, as we're talking about. And we know for sure that Mahomes and
Russ.
and Lamar made the top 10. We're just not sure about the order, but I'm going to get, I don't know, maybe Aaron Donald's going to be number one again, and I'll go out
Miss
of my
Jackie,
mind.
you got to
But
understand,
it's
if we
probably
show
gonna be
some
Patrick
trash,
Mahomes.
it makes
I'm
me
gonna
look
guess,
that
but
much
the
better.
point
It
is,
makes me
so
look
here's
that
what
much
we
better.
do know about the
But it's
top
good.
100.
Hey, look, they're
We
talking
know
about they're talking about
there
Carson
are
Wentz.
13 quarterbacks in the top 100. So that means that at very best, your guy Carson Wentz would be ranked 14th. But do you think that the votes had him ranked higher than Big Ben? I doubt it. Or Matt Ryan? I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I'm not even sure he would rank above Baker, but he might have.
Skill.
I'm surprised I didn't know Matt Ryan. I thought he
Skill.
would be in the 60s or something. I just started watching it lately because I'm just like, I'm looking at some of these names. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
I just wish it would have been like, we could have voted on something like this.
Okay.
It'd be interesting to see, Skip, how people would have voted.
Okay, well, I got it. So I'm just going to guess that there might have been 5 of these did not make the top 100 quarterbacks who got more votes than Carson Wentz did. So that would rank him about 20th overall.
But Skip, because remember, just in 2018, he was third. He was third.
Third on the list.
You go to this.
But
And he
what
went
have you
from
done for me
third to
lately,
96
Skip?
In 1 year.
Come on. In 1 year.
Okay. So he goes. So basically, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised, Skip. Not if you think about it. Last year he was 96, and he drops off the list. So I mean, he didn't have the fourth spot.
Now
Skip,
we'll get
Skip.
to issue number 2.
Yes.
Carson Wentz. I have told you from the start of this show, I've never been quite sold on your guy, walk it to him.
Yes.
Never been quite sure of him under fire. Poise begins to wane a little bit.
Wait. Are
a
they
little bit
trashing?
deer in headlights.
What?
Accuracy tends to come and then go.
What did he show you last year in
Tried to
five?
get I'm glad you brought that up because you said that he, he played out of his mind down the stretch. Okay, here's what he did down the stretch. He got to play the New York Football Giants twice.
The New York
listen to me.
stinking
The
Giants.
first game and the last game of those 4.
Okay.
Giants. They went 4-12. The second game in that stretch was at Washington. They finished 3-13. The third game in that stretch was my Cowboys, who wound up 8-8 and had an abysmal down the stretch. Abysmal.
Yeah, Skip.
No,
Yeah,
but you play whoever you play, but you're playing a bunch of garbage.
If you don't mind me asking, Skip, how many times did the Cowboys play the Giants in 2019?
You know, I think I was in the middle of making.
Okay, you're right.
You're right.
Thank
you very much.
You right, Skip.
So
Skip.
here are the QBRs of the guy who was playing out of his mind against the garbage left over in the NFC
remember the
least.
garbage.
Okay. Against the Giants in the first game, he had a QBR of 32 on a scale of 0 to 100. Then he had a good game at Washington because they had a big late comeback in that game against a really bad team, and he had a 72. But against Dallas, he didn't play very well, and Dak played worse, and he had a 64. That's scale of 0 to 100. And then at Giants, he stunk it up, and they managed to pull away late, and he had a 40 QBR. That's an average QBR in those 4 garbage games of 52, which is right in the middle of scale of 0 to 100. So QBR says he played average, and you said he played out of his mind in those last 4 games.
Okay, if you don't mind.
Average.
You said Washington and the Giants are garbage.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, can you tell the people at home how many times the Cowboys played the garbage Giants in 2019?
They played them twice. And
Okay,
they played
and they beat them both times.
They played Philly twice. And they beat the feathers off the Eagles the first time, and then Dak got his shoulder banged up, and he couldn't make a throw.
I thought I was in the middle of making a point.
Thank you.
I thought I was in the middle of making a point. Thank you. I really appreciate
Aaron.
it. So in other words,
Thank you very much for that super
Giants,
chat.
garbage Washington. Your Cowboys played those teams twice. So did the Eagles. But when all the marbles, so basically the home was a garbage division. So so somebody's got to win this trash division, right? So all the trash is in the middle of the table.
All the trash. Speaking of trash. Skip. Speaking of trash. Okay. got a little problem here with my camera. Hold up. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. There we go. It's back. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football guys. Wake up here, guys. Wake up. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? Okay, I want you to know. I can see clearly now. I've got my eyeglasses on. Now, we'll just see how long it is before I lose them. I know I'm going to lose them. I know I'm, here's how bad it is, Thank God I got my son over here, Michael Anthony Fitness. Thank God, because, I keep losing shit. Literally, yesterday morning, from the time I finished doing my Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys and was waiting for my wife so she could ride with us to where we were going, I literally lost my keys 4 times. And every time Mike's like, they're over there. They're over there. They're over there. Okay, so I know the glasses are going to get lost. Now, I lost my other glasses 2 years ago. Still can't find them. But what I found out is they have like a micro Bluetooth that you can attach to the inside of it. So that way you can have GP. Look, my son.
That's actually cool though.
Look, he's over here. Look, he over here laughing at me. So it's a micro Bluetooth piece. So that way, if you lose them, that you can, use your phone and get them to beep, beep, beep. So okay, so I'm gonna get me those. I'm gonna get me those to try and make sure that I take care of this. Now, I got some exciting news before we get into business here. Before I hope you don't mind. You don't mind, I hope, guys, that I am going to pour myself a little drink here. Okay. Here we go. I want you guys to take it. Look what we got here. Look what we got here. Spread the mojo. Okay? All right? Look. What we gonna do tonight, okay? What we's gonna do. We're gonna give some of these away tonight. We have these actually on the Joe Boo, Cowboy Joe Boo website and stuff. So if you want to order one, you can get yourself one. It is it's not a shot glass. It's not a shot glass. Q, it's not a shot glass, okay? It's actually a beer glass. So you can put your Natter Day in there, or you can put yourself a mixed drink. Robbie Radford, there you go. You can do yourself a mixed drink. Unfortunately, I don't have a lime. But Robbie Radford, let me add you to the list. And if you tried to order one earlier today, if you tried to earlier today and went on the site and was like, okay, the glasses, you get 2 of them for $19.99, okay? There was a glitch from the post office, from the postal system. We've got some issues with the post office these days. But basically, the shipping was like $30 for somebody to go to Iowa. And they said, yo, dude, I was going to order a glass. The glass was like $10.99, and the shipping was $32. And I was like, what? Are you literally on Mars? He's like, no, man, I'm in Iowa. So, hold on. Let me get a little taste of my tasty beverage here. It tastes that much better. Tastes that much better out of a Joe Boo draft glass. Oh, there's L4G. And James Brumbley. So we got the glitch taken care of. So if you want to get one of those, it won't cost you that. Where's Joe Bear? Joe Bear's in the house up here. Joe Bear, look, he's up here. Now, because I got the glasses, I kind of changed some things around today in the set, okay? Because I actually have the set pushed over and condensed more because I can see right now. So I'm still getting used to where everything is. The camera's a little bit off. Kid. See, this is one of those times that it'd be great if I actually had somebody who helped run the board or were to write down the names to go in the thing here. Q. Okay. Before I get into stuff right now, I'm gonna put him on blast. And he might be mad. He might get mad at me, but there's a method to this madness. We have some incredible fans that are in here, and we got a whole bunch of asses that are up in here. And we are going through some crazy shit right now. Fortunately for a lot of you haven't been touched by coronavirus. You don't know anybody who's had it, or you don't know anybody who's died from it. Randy, what's up, Randy? Randy Sykes and Jet D. Damn, I can't keep up with this. And I'm happy that you haven't. But there are a lot of people that have. And my man Q, Jet, Mike J. I don't know, where's Mike at tonight? Where's Mike and his lovely wife? Mike, as well as Jet D, and PC76. We're all in a Marco Polo chat, so we all keep up together, and we all complain about our wives and home life and all that stuff because it's like we're the gossip club and all that. You know how that is, you ladies. You know how that is, but unfortunately, when you talk about coronavirus, some people have had a bigger burden than others, and it seems like on a every other weekly basis with my man Q, it's somebody who's died or somebody who's in the hospital that's dealing with coronavirus. Some families have a lot of it hitting them. Some people have been fortunate. I don't know nobody, so to speak, that some people could say. And that's when it doesn't hit you, you don't realize that it's real. And here's the thing. I hope it never hits you, okay? Because if it starts hitting you, it's too late. Q. Because you don't want to be that guy who's in the hospital on his deathbed saying, I thought it was a joke. And I would actually like to get Q on here talking about it, because I have so many people to keep. If I hear one more person say, well, only about 2% of the people die from it. Well, if you're part of that 2%, it's 100% for you. And when you start thinking about there being 340 million people in America, all of a sudden, if 2% of them die, that's somewhere around 15 million? Yes, I got glasses. Yes, I used to have glasses before, but I lost them. And I finally decided I need to get them. And it's kind of cool because, in the morning when I look at my cell phone, I'm kind of like this, and I can't really focus on it for a while. Or if I'm looking at stuff down the way, it's a mess. But the doctor said, basically, my eyes are getting screwed up because of you guys. The blue lights and the computer screens and everything else. They always tell you, step away from the computer screen. Well, guess what? I've got computer screens galore around me, okay? I've got 3 television screens right there. I got a computer here, I got a computer here, I got a computer here. And then I got 3 cell phones that are operating the cameras, and I got the stage lights. So I got all of this stuff on me, and the doctor literally said that my eyes are burning. So these glasses have blue light, filter or whatever. And so hopefully I can see a few more years. Mark, can I get a wrench? Zeke fan, can you get a wrench? Can you get a wrench? VZP 194. I wish you had just like Mike. Could you have just like an easy name? But how are you doing, VZP? You say you have COVID? Hopefully you are just, asymptomatic and you don't have you're in the hospital or anything else. She loved cheese. Appreciate all Jobu Nation. Mark, can I get a wrench, please? Wear your mask. Thank you. Wear your mask and keep your distance. It's not the hardest thing in the world. I've been doing it since March. That means, I haven't been going to eating out at restaurant stuff, but I've been cooking at home and actually saving some money. I've been eating better and cooking at home. I've been spending time with Michael Anthony, although he's probably like, I'm ready to get out, Dad. Dad, I'm ready to get away from you. But no, seriously, it's not that hard. And when the season starts having games, you guys are going to be right here. We're going to be live streaming with a Zoom in call. So it'll be like you guys here. The only thing you won't be able to have is some chicken wings. I wish I could get you the chicken wings and all that, but we're going to do that. Why is everybody looking for a wrench? Well, see, Randy, it's not good for your eyes. Make sure you get the blue light filters or you put the blue light filter on your screen because, my stuff's messed up. How you doing, Miss Jackie? Dan the man, what's happening? Colton. So here we are. We have the Dallas Cowboys have been tested and tested and tested and tested. And thus far, since they started testing last Tuesday, keep your fingers crossed, nobody has tested positive. Nobody. Oh my God, the Zeke pre-Elliott experience. What's up? Haven't seen you for a while, man. Experience. Okay. So nobody has tested positive, and I am ecstatic about that because I look at this season as an opportunity. This season, more than any other season, is going to come down to, can we stay healthy? Can we keep from getting the coronavirus? And this is what's worrying me after hearing about baseball. We already knew about the Phillies, and anything with Philadelphia. Let's just face it. Philadelphia is just a stank-ass city, okay? It's dirty, okay? Philadelphia is just dirty and grimy. You need to clean. Here's how trashy Philadelphia is. This is how trashy Philadelphia is. I will never forget, I was having to stay in Philadelphia, Philip Vance, and I was staying in Philadelphia, and to pass the time, I decided to go sightseeing. Okay, we were up there for a United Way event one year. And I'm just walking around downtown. And I go to the side street and look over my shoulder. And here it is. There's a crashed airplane in the middle of the alleyway. I'm like, the fuck? What? It's a crash like World War II airplane. It's like stuck in the... seriously, look it up. Look up the crash in Philadelphia. And I'm looking at this, and then I come to find... because I go back and I say, Trey, they got a crashed airplane in an alleyway. And I looked it up. And it's actually a statue. But see, this is how trashy they are. I think that thing just crashed and they said, hey, let's call it art. It's a nice decorative trash. Seriously. Come on now. You Eagle fans know the place is dirty. You know the place is dirty. So you know about the Phillies having 17 people that have tested positive for coronavirus, okay? They canceled the games against the Yankees and the Orioles. The Yankees and the Nationals and things like that. They're still checking and everything else. And now there's another team that has, I think, one or two. Dan, I'll try to send her an email. They have another team that has one or two players that have tested positive, and now baseball is kind of like, look, if we don't get a grip on this thing right now, we're going to cancel the season. So this is kind of scary that when you think that they're not in a bubble, they're trusting the players to their own devices. And right now, Clint Lively, what's up? Thank you very much. How about them Cowboys? So when you think about the players, and I'm not saying the players are out doing anything risky, but right now, just walking down the street is risky. So you have to start thinking, is this going to work with the players going out? For me, this would be my solution. If I'm the NFL, I'm going to say to the players, listen, bottom line, we want a season. We want a season. That's going to be difficult. But we need to be in this together. NFL players, NFL owners, television, everybody. We have to be in this shit together. Either we're going to be all in and we're going to do this, or we're just not going to do it. And the way you do this is you create a bubble for the teams. I know it will suck. It will suck if you're a player that has to be, in a dorm type situation. But you're at the Star. you got hotels that are attached to it. The Dallas Cowboys, listen, you're the official hotel of the Dallas Cowboys for the next 6 months. You go to the hotel, you go to practice. You set up all the amenities that they need. You got some restaurants and bars in there. So, you get a suite hotel. So that way you can have the family that's in there. You make it a bubble. So the only thing you have to do is you travel on your private charter to the city that you're playing. You play the game, you come back, and you work out there. And every team does that. This stuff of, okay, we're going to practice and we're going to be safe at the Star. Because the Star, listen, they've done remarkable things at the Star, as every team has. In fact, if you look at what the cover picture of my thing, you'll see how they have the Star set up. They have like 2 seats here, 2 seats here, way back 2 more seats. They're keeping people socially distanced. They're keeping the press out of the locker room. They're only making people that are necessary to the team that are actually going to be there. They're taking care of business in there. And I don't feel like with the testing and everything that they're doing, that they're going to have a problem with the players when they're there. But the problem is, if I go home and I've got my wife and my kids have to go to school, or my kids have been out playing with Johnny's kids and they come back, it only takes one of those players to come back to the team and test negative who's actually positive and pass it on and destroy the season. Randy, wow, that's hilarious. What did I miss? Philly isn't dirty. It's a beautiful, cool arrow. Come on. Come, cool arrow. Cool arrow. There are some nice, I tell you what, the art museum, where Rocky ran up the steps, it's beautiful. It's great. I love that. You look at the, you go to Liberty Bell, although that's kind of like a tourist trap. I'm sorry. Okay, let's be honest here, okay? And I'm going to get some people, I'm going to get some of you Eagle fans that are going to be mad, but let's be honest here. I'm trying to understand the whole concept of the Liberty Bell. When you think of Liberty Bell, that the Liberty Bell did something great. It rang freedom, when we won the war, right? Or it got damaged in battle, that the crack in it happened because a cannonball from the Redcoats hit it. Nah, that ain't it. The Liberty Bell cracked because the mix in the metal was brittle. That when they first rang it, hey, we just made this big bell. We got this big bell. We rang the bell, boom. Oh, shit. The fuck? Oh, damn. It cracked. The damn bell cracked. Oh, shit. So they put that little piece of metal in there to kind of hold the crack together. They jerry-rigged it. They jerry-rigged the fly. I'm serious. Look it up. They literally call it the city of Cotton, the city of brotherly love. Okay, but it's the city of shank and trash. But seriously, look it up. I'm not lying to you. The Liberty Bell did not crack because of something noble. It cracked because of poor workmanship. Okay. You Eagle fans can go, oh, no, man. I give it, it was the capital of the United States there for a minute. The spirit of 1776. It's historic, You look at it's a town hall and everything else where the Declaration of Independence, it's a historic city. I'll give you that. But it's still, you get on the outskirts of downtown, the historic area, it's trashy. The Liberty Bell crack is Eagle son. What's happening at A1? City of hate. Because, and y'all just been bitter. You guys are ugly. And I'm sorry, this fascination with your cheesesteaks. Come on, man. Come on. First of all, it's Cheese Whiz. Which, is that really cheese? Is that really cheese? Cheese Whiz, is it really cheese? I think it's more like plastic. Okay? Come on. and you go to Pat's and Geno's. Come on, man. I know you got some places that are better, but don't y'all understand the concept of like a vegetable like lettuce and tomatoes? You know, because I go to, oh man, I want to get a steak and cheese. Because see, the way you list ingredients, like honestly, look at it. Look at anything. Like, okay, if I look at this Coca-Cola, does it have a list of ingredients? Okay, carbonated water. They list it in order of what they have the most. So more than anything else, the ingredient is carbonated water. And then the second highest thing, high fructose corn syrup. So that's the second most ingredient they put in there. Okay, so when you say cheese steak, that means you're putting more cheese on it than actual steak. And I'm not sure that it's actually steak. Ethan Hugh, thank you very much for that. Ethan Hogue, you're entered as well for one of the Jobu glasses. It must be. No, I'm sorry. It's not a slow night. It's not. I'm sorry. Y'all just got me on a tangent. Okay. You got me on a tangent. But hey, you know, I'm just sick and tired. I am sick and tired of listening to every day Philly 500. Everything that happens with Philly 500, it's the greatest thing that's ever happened. You know, in the course of history. You know, everybody's going to be great with the Eagles, and it's just like, and everything. The Cowboys still stink. The Cowboys stink. It's like, you know what, Philly, shut up. Dak is better than. Okay, now Corey. I am a Dak defender, believe in Dak Prescott, but I'm not ready to say he's better than Pat Mahomes. I'm not quite there. I'm really not there. Hey, Alan, most people make a better cheesesteak than what you get in Philly. The best cheesesteaks are at Max's. PC, okay, but okay, PC lives in Philly. Oh, I'm sorry, let me not say that. PC, am I lying? PC, am I lying about Philadelphia being filthy? Am I lying? Cheese Whiz and Eagles are fake as hell. Oh man, Philly are like a permanent drunk. Oh man, been to Philly in 2017. Philly had good steak and cheese. Cowboys won too. There you go. I love my homemade chicken cheesesteaks. Well, see, here's what's funny, Orlando. Lord Brunson don't live in Philly. He was lucky he escaped. He lives in Virginia. Mark, Dak's my quarterback. Everybody, please see Jay Koch. This nut says the Eagles are America's team. Oh my God! You know, Max is trash. Okay, you know, it's funny. It's fun. I'm not even going to go there. All right. So interesting news. The Cowboys. Surprise, surprise. The Cowboys are worth $5.5 billion, okay? They raked in about $104 million in profit last year. Of course, they're doing great, as always, because of us, the fans. They're supporting the team, win, lose, or draw. Stephen Jones, who I think, this is my interpretation of it. Stephen Jones yesterday interviewed talking about Dak Prescott, how much we believe in Dak. Dak's our quarterback. You know, we try to get something worked out and everything else, and we just kind of, missed the boat there. That was a PR move. Because I'm going to tell you, to me, this is what happened. It's the same thing that happened to me about buying a truck. I looked when the COVID pandemic first happened. I looked at buying a truck from Carvana. I had been looking actually before that. Prices, price range of the trucks I was looking at were about like 27, 28. Coronavirus happened, they dropped down to about 20. They were like, oh my God, man, that's a bargain there. And I said, you know what? I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I'm going to wait a little bit longer because you know what? They'll probably go even lower. Problem is, I missed the boat. I think people started thinking, this might be the end of the world. Maybe I need a truck. So then the price started going back up. But it's like, I don't want to pay that price. I want to pay the price down here. It's like, it's too late. You lost out. You should have bought it when it was down there. You waited. You screwed up. Now you got to pay the price. And I think the Dallas Cowboys thought, it's going to work. We're going to get him at that bargain price. We can do this. He's going to flinch. Philly said Dallas is nice and Dallas has nice bathrooms, Mark. Your take on that? Dallas does have some nice bathrooms. They do. I mean, I have been, okay, and I'll tell you, I've been to the bathrooms at the Eagle Stadium. I actually been in the stadium. Not during a game. I actually went during training camp one time. True story. Went there, I think, in 2014. And I went to their bathrooms, and, they're kind of like Philly. They're nasty. But you go into the bathrooms in Dallas, oh, man, those bathrooms in Dallas, they're nice. They nice, okay?
They Jerry Jones is white for that, too.
I'm serious. You got ceramic tile. You go to, like, FedEx Field, it's concrete floors, and it smells like piss and everything else. But you go in the bathrooms in Dallas, they're nice. Everything in Dallas is nice. You go to Philadelphia, that shit's outdoors. And I'm trying to understand why it doesn't connect. You kind of get the stadium that goes like here, and then this part doesn't connect. So you got to go downstairs and then go back up. It doesn't make any sense. Mark, can you do a mug where you're stomping on Philly 500? That'll probably come in the middle of the season. Yeah. That'll probably come we'll work on that one. So, I forgot what we were talking about.
How about the stadiums?
No, before the stadiums. I was actually talking about some other stuff. These Eagle fans, you better buy some gold, Mark. Brandon, you might be, I was talking about, that's right, the trucks. Thank you. Better buy some gold. Well, I don't know about buying gold. Okay. But regardless, the Cowboys missed the boat on getting the Dak Prescott deal done. They should have got that done almost a year and a half ago. That's when prices were cheap. You can keep thinking that, man, but the price used to be 28, man. I want that price. It ain't coming back. And when the price starts going up, you better buy. It's the stock market, okay? Everybody wishes they had some Amazon stock right now, okay? You could have had that stock when it first came out for $10. Now it's how many hundreds of dollars? You missed the boat. The price is only going to go up. Ethan Hogue, go ahead and okay, Ethan says go ahead. So Stephen Jones, of course, is now trying to save face and say, we believe. What's he going to say? We don't believe in Dak. He screwed us over. We should have, he should have signed the deal. We're mad as hell, and we're not. What's he going to say? Of course he's going to say we believe in Dak. We're still giving you $31.2 million, and you're the quarterback of our franchise, so we need you to play real well. What else is he going to say? But the reality is they screwed up. And the more we keep hearing, it's kind of like revisionist history that's happening right now. I don't know if you've noticed this lately, because we kept getting sold the bill of goods that Dak Prescott is trash. Dak Prescott is the reason why the Cowboys stink. Dak Prescott, if only the Cowboys had a great quarterback, they would be winning Super Bowls. But you're beginning to see the NFL top 100. Now, be that what it is it's a popularity contest about guys on the field. The guys on the field are the ones making these calls, not the talking heads out there, the Dan Orlowskis who couldn't make it on the damn football field. These are the guys that are actually out there in the field playing. And when they look at Carson Wentz, they talk about, Carson Wentz was third, in 2017. But see, the thing about football, it's crazy, is how quickly things change in the NFL. RG3, after his rookie year, everybody knew, oh my God, RG3, this guy can ball. And they kept believing that in 2014, 2015. But he wasn't. People thought Vince Young after his rookie year, oh my God, Vince Young, incredible guy. But he just continued to go downhill, and then finally out. And as much and as well as Carson Wentz played in 2017, 2018, coming back from injury, it wasn't that great. And as much as they keep making excuses for last year, they keep saying that he didn't have talent around him. We kept hearing that, well, Dak Prescott is not doing it. We never heard that he didn't have talent. But what you're seeing is now all of a sudden people are voting, he's in the top 100, top 50. Now all of a sudden you're seeing reports like Bleacher Report. Dan the Man. Well, it's actually just Dan. You're not Dan the Man, but you might be Dan the Man, but there's a Dan the Man who's also Cunningham. But what you're beginning to see is all of a sudden people are beginning to recognize that Dak Prescott, he might not be as bad as we thought. And it's going to be interesting going forward how we go. Now, I tell you what I really liked hearing today. I really and truly loved hearing this one. Krista Freeland tweeted out, and I don't know if she actually believes this or who the person is. She said today that the Cowboys on their staff have one of the best analytics, all of the above, in the NFL on their staff. To me, that does my heart good. You have to understand, football is beyond just raw one-on-one battles. A lot of times it comes down to that. But you have to understand that now with players that are quicker, that are faster, that are bigger, with defenses that are more complex, you have to be where they don't know you're going to be. You have to understand what your players do well. You have to understand the fact that you have things like, did I miss a super chat in there? Hold up. Because I don't want to miss anybody on here for the drawings. You have to understand where you are in a game. You have to understand what's working. And as Jason Garrett literally admitted, and I still can't believe that he admitted that we don't believe in in-game analysis. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Because you have to understand what's working and what's not working during a game. If you did, when you were playing a game like Minnesota, you would understand that, all of a sudden, Zeke Elliott's not working. Zeke Elliott is only getting about 2 yards a carry. Zeke Elliott has 41 yards in this game. Our quarterback has 397 yards passing. So what that tells you is we need to understand that running the football right now is not going to do it for us. We need to be able to continue to pass the football. No bubble, no season. Damien, you might be right on that one. Sorry, I'm kind of having a little problem with this computer here. I can't see that last super chat. Oh, damn. I don't want to miss any of those. Junebug and Stephen Poe. Okay, there we go. Junebug. What's happening, Junebug? How you doing there, man? I want some barbecue. Junebug, I want some barbecue. And Stephen Poe. And that's one of those things that you looked at Jason Garrett and said, Bruddy, you just ain't the guy. Because he doesn't believe in adjusting. And if you look at it, because if you go through the statistics, and I've said this till my face has turned blue, you look at how often we did play action, it literally will lead you to victory or not. The only game that we had 28 or more play action percentage of plays that we lost was the Minnesota game. And that game was working, and we should have won. I mean, Dak Prescott had 3 touchdowns to Kirk Cousins, who had 1. Dalvin Cook was eating us up in screen passes and running plays. But if we continued with play action, if we continued to pass the football instead of going to Zeke, we win that game. And then all of a sudden, you're not 8-8, you're 9-7, and things are looking a lot different than they were before. Come on, hold up. Sorry, I've lost the feed there. I have to pull it up on my other computer. This is where it gets to be hard when it's a one-man show. I may have to reboot the computer. Let's see. Hold up. See if I can get it on this one here. So, hearing that we have a great analyst or analytics guy on the roster or on the team makes me happy as can be, because we need to start using that because we have more weapons than we know what to do with. The fact that you pick up a CeeDee Lamb to replace a Randall Cobb is just unbelievable. Okay, let's see if I can get the computer. Come on, baby. I really got to replace this one. That's my next thing I've got to do before the season is I have to actually upgrade my main computer so that way I've got more computing power and I use less Wi-Fi. Great insights as always. I also invest in gold stocks the past 2 weeks. Well, the stock market, surprisingly enough, is going through the roof at the present time. And the rich, as they always say, are getting richer. The billionaires have literally gained over $637 billion during this pandemic, which is kind of sad when you think about it, when you have so many people that are suffering at the present time. Come on. Oh, boy. Okay. I think I'm going to have to reboot over here. It's just not going. I see Chuck Benson. So here's what we're going to do here for 1 second. We are going to go to this. And let me reboot this.
What? Look at that. He's at this. Did the screen freeze? Is it still light? Look. They're looking for the corona. Oh my God! Look at this! Wow, that has to be the stupidest thing I've ever. Oh my God! Are you gonna take a quarterback back in the second round? Oh my God! Are you kidding me? What did you just trade Carson then? Are you kidding me? You just took a quarterback in the second round. This team is so good.
That's kind of funny, man.
They don't need to take. They don't need anything else, right? They're so good. They don't. This has to be for some sort of trade. There has to be something to this. This don't make any sense. Eagles UK, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry. This is stupidity at its finest. There has to be something else going on.
All right, we're back. There we go. Okay, so that computer's rebooting and everything else, so at least I can see. I got this one up in here. Philly cried for a fortnight. Arson. And I got Chuck Benson. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give away a couple of these tonight. So here's what we're going to do while I wait for that to warm up. Mike. Can you come over here for a second? I want Mike to go ahead and pull this if he would. He'd like, you going to make me get up? All right. We're going to get a couple of winners tonight. PC in the background saying he can help make, but it does make me laugh. Okay. All right, Mike, can you pick one of these? Boom. While I wait for that other computer to pick up. All right, so our first winner chicken dinner for the night. Wojciechowski. Aaron Wojciechowski. So, email me at cowboysmark94@gmail tonight. Aaron Wojciechowski, okay? All right. Send that because we're going to send you one of the new draft glasses. Thank you very much. We'll do another one tonight before we're all out of here. Alan Williams. And the computer is still, come on. Oh, don't tell me you're doing an update. Don't tell me you're doing a freaking update. Are you kidding me? Just a moment. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here. Bones Cross. Brian SoCal. Brian, don't forget, man, I need you to get me that other thing I talked to you about because I want to do that, that logo. Okay, all right. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to getting it back. Hold up. We them boys. Thank you, Cotton. Quit hating. Go to your own channel. Oh, man. Miss Jackie put a foot in it. Pull another name. Junebug, we're going to pull another name here. We'll pull another one right at 10 o'clock, okay? Because I got something special at 10 o'clock for you guys anyway. Because that's too funny. Okay. Come on. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for this old-ass computer. And are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? It's getting close. It's getting close. We are there. Yay. Miss Anita, how you doing? Another great stream. PC, a great stream. Another great stream that broke down because we got a broke asset. Always a lady. How you doing tonight? I just got to change my name to Bones, laugh out loud. You know, I appreciate that because Bones Cross, it'd be a lot easier. There's some of you out there that have some really rough names. Any liquor in that Coke? Just a little taste. Just a little taste of, yeah, you got, listen. It's a beer glass. I don't drink beer. If I did, I'd put it in here, but I just had to put a little taste in there. Thanks, everybody who came out tonight. Any liquor, not Coke. Philly fan, I don't remember you guys outside the Super Bowl, a long playoff run. Yeah, well, you know, enough about Philadelphia. We've spent enough time on Carson Wentz not making it and everything else. The question you have to ask is, if we do have a season, how do we think our Cowboys are going to do? For me, I'm good with the offense. What we did last year, to me, was enough. To me, the biggest letdown was actually the defense. I'm sorry. When I think about Roger Staubach, when I think about Troy Aikman, when I think about the Dallas Cowboys teams winning Super Bowls, the thing that I always think about, more so than the Tony Dorsetts or the Drew Pearsons or the Roger Staubachs or the Troy Aikmans or the Emmitt Smiths, I think about the defense. And I know many of you don't think much. Sean, thank you very much for that super chat. Don't think very much about the defense, but defense is key. And the biggest problem for our defense, besides not being able to stop the run, is we cannot get takeaways. When you get a turnover, you got to understand, and we have been, since 2014, abysmal. 2014, we were second in the league, and that was the last chance we had, really, of a great season. You know, the catch, no catch. It wasn't that the defense was necessarily stopping people. It was that the defense was taking away the football. But since that time, we have not been able to take the football away. When you think about Brandon Carr having 2 takeaways in his whole time with the Dallas Cowboys, and then he goes to Baltimore and has 3 in 1 year. When you think about the playoff game against the Rams and you see them literally just running up the gut on us, that's not the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, Dak Prescott and the offense, they're moving the ball like crazy. They're scoring 7, 28, 30, 35 points and stuff a game. That's great. But you got to have a defense. And that's what I'm excited about the most. The thing that you have to understand is I'm old. And when you're old, you used to see this kind of stuff. And this is what I'm hoping, that with the defensive line that we have right now, that we start seeing some stuff like this. this one guy tackling. Look at it. Boom. Randy White, the man. So look at that pressure up the middle. That, my friends, is what's been missing from this team, is that guy that's an immovable force coming up the middle. And I'm hoping Dontarie Poe and Gilmore are the two that are going to bring that back. Now watch this. I love this. Oh, my God, I love this. Watch Randy White literally take 3 blockers out the way while Harvey Mark goes in there and cleans up Ron. Look at it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Chuck Gibson. But see, I'm hoping this is the beginning of something special. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. That does my heart good. What I'm hoping, and this is what I'm looking for the most, this is what I'm truly looking for the most for this season, is a change of defensive philosophy. We have been too much on defense. By that I mean, it's always been a bend, don't break mentality with Rod Martinelli. Rod Martinelli is like, we'll give up the little stuff and all that. We're not going to challenge. We're not going to take risk to get the ball. We'll keep everything in front of us and hope that the offense makes a mistake or we make a play. And I hate that. We've had small defensive linemen that the thought is we'll just run past everybody. As much as I hate you, Eagles, Brandon Marsh, you got a defensive line that mauls people. You got a defensive line that beats up people. And I can respect that. Dan back again. And we just have not been able to do that. You look at Antoine Woods was one of our big defensive linemen. Now he's not one of our really big ones now that we got Dontarie Poe, although Gerald McCoy has slimmed down some and turned into a missile. But with Gilmore in there, all of a sudden you got some guys that can put some pressure on it. And you have a coach in Mike Nolan who understands playing downhill. And I think Jalen Smith playing downhill with a Mike Nolan is going to be incredible. I think that you're going to see him take a whole nother step. If Van Der Esch is healed, those two guys I think are going to benefit more than anybody else in the change of philosophy. Getting these big defensive linemen. See, what you got to understand here is when you look at the 70s Doomsday defense and when you looked at the 90s Doomsday defense too, we were able to push up the middle, okay? Quarterbacks cannot stand seeing that guy come free in their face because they know there's guys on the outside to clean up. We have not been able to do that, and that's what I can't wait more than anything else to see. Penalties now. Oh, yeah, I understand that, Greg. Yeah, it's a little bit different. You can't clean up the quarterback like you used to. Okay, I get that. But here's the thing. You cannot let an Aaron Rodgers feel comfortable in the pocket and step up. You can't. If you put pressure up the middle on Carson Wentz is going to turn over the football. He's going to fumble it. We know this. Carson Wentz, most quarterbacks cannot stand pressure in their face. And I can't wait to see Mike Nolan take those dogs up the middle and put pressure on them. I think this change in philosophy is going to be huge for the Dallas Cowboys, and I can't wait to see it. Mark the 70s. That was 50 years ago. I wasn't alive. Yeah, okay, and Philly, I was. And I'm going back to what was great. And see, if you weren't alive back then, Philly, I suggest you actually go back and look at some of those old highlights to understand what football used to be. Because, see, football now versus back then, I hate to sound like an old guy, but I'm an old guy. It was incredible watching football back then. The passion. The players played for each other. They played for a team. They weren't free agents that were like, I'm just here, to get paid. They played for the city they were in. They played for their teammates. They played for the love of the sport because they weren't getting paid. Too bad for you. There you go. It was truly remarkable what they used to do. And I'm going to start doing this on a regular, showing you guys some clips from the past, because you guys are in such a small window where you think that Carson Wentz is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Tony Romo, he's a Hall of Famer. Come on, guys. You have missed so much. You have no clue what's out there. Old highlights are awesome. I'm telling you, when you see what some of these guys went through and you look at now, it's like, damn. You see Zeke, I need a break. No, you didn't get breaks. I would be like watching HD content, Mark. Well, Philly, you're watching an old guy. So I don't know, then don't be here. How about that? If you don't like watching old time and learn, don't be here, man. Nobody said you got to bring your crusty eagle steak, excuse me, cheesesteak eating ass up in here. Thank you, Gridiron. Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's about the money and not loyalty. That is 100% right. So what are you guys looking forward to the most on if we have a season this year? I'm still hoping, I'm still praying that we do, but I think the NFL is going to have to get a little bit tighter on making sure that the players don't bring it back in there. I still watch old highlights even before I was born. I mean, quite frankly, Philly, other than the 2017 season, that's all you guys had were old-ass highlights from back in the 60s and before. Carson Wentz are old. This is true. That the New Orleans game where he had 3 interceptions. That's great. Yeah, I forgot about that. You want Philly? It's all jokes, Mark. Yeah, kind of like your team, man. Money has ruined football. Philly can't stay away. You can't wait to see CeeDee Lamb. That's going to be interesting. I'm just, Mike McCarthy has got to be just like, ooh, I got a running back, I got a quarterback, I got 1, 2, 3 wide receivers, and I don't know what I got for tight end, but he might not be that bad. He might just, you got to look at this and say, my God. I got everything right here. I got an offensive line. I've got an embarrassment of riches. If you can't do something with it, I don't know how. I mean, you can't coach. Eagles got World War I highlights. Oh, damn. Crazy about Ed Jones. He was, oh my God. Herman. That whole defense. I mean, just think about Randy White. That look, that blank stare that he always had across the field. And, Ed Jones, where he literally towered over everybody. It was just, that defense was unbelievable. But without that defense, I don't know that the 70s Cowboys are winning Super Bowls. No quarterback in Dallas. Okay, you know what? Here's what I got Brandy, you're right. We didn't get a big boost from our rookies last year. I mean, we had little spurts from Tony Pollard, but no, we didn't have major. I mean, Tristan Hill was nothing. Let's be honest here. Tristan Hill, and it's almost like Tristan Hill is forgotten on the team. Do I think Dak will risk his career and run the ball any? That is a good question. I mean, I honestly believe that some of the times where Dak could have taken off, where Dak is kind of, I'm going to stay in the pocket and I'm going to get rid of the football. One, he wanted to prove that he's more than just a running quarterback. But two, I'd be kind of like, you know what? I'm not going to take on too many hits more than I have to. Young Wilson in the house. Thank you very much. Dak will have a great year. Prove Steven wrong. Well, I'll tell you what. If he has a great year again, they're going to play through the nose. And Aaron Wojciechowski, don't forget, you were our first winner tonight of our Jobu beer glass, which I'm using as a rum and coke, guys. He has a quarterback that's not a diva. Amen to that, Vance. Vance, the one thing you got to say about Dak is he definitely has the support of the locker room, fully. You've never once heard any player say anything bad about Dak. You've heard, players that have, wide receivers that have left have talked about, the way the system is from Dez Bryant and everything else. You never hear them say anything bad about Dak. Tony Pollard really is more of a hybrid between being a running back and a wide receiver, and that was one of those things that I'm not sure that we really used him that well, because we really didn't use him in the passing game that much. Wentz would get killed by Randy White. Well, Wentz he's doing okay with getting killed by, modern players. Rolando, you saw him back in '70s. Man, I wish I had been back in the 70s and 80s, actually, at Texas Stadium. That would have been something back in the day. Oh, speaking of Dak, have you guys seen what Dak looks like right now? Dak he is like, look at that. You can't find any fat on him. He is cut the hell up. And he's been working out with his guys. That guy is ready to play. You can say all you want that he's not the guy. Okay. You're going to be proven wrong again. Troy Daniels, thank you very much for the super chat. And Mike. Can I get you to pull another one for me here before we get ready to get out of here? Pollard's going to be a beast this year now that he has a chance. Let me try and mix these up a little bit here. I said it, Mark. Slim as fudge. Trim the hell up. Pay that man $42 million. Oh, wait. All right, hold it. All right, there we go. Michael Anthony Fitness, the number one son of mine.
I thought I was messing with you.
Troy is a winner, chicken dinner. Troy Daniels, and Aaron Wojciechowski. I butchered the name. I butchered the name. Email me, CowboysMark94, so that way we can get you your shot. Excuse me.
Or
What?
just put a post up and let them know. So that
Yeah, I'll put a post. Yeah, that's right. I'll put a post for you two guys for a shot glass. And what I'll do is I'll go through this chat in here. One of the channel members, I'll pick out a channel member, and you'll get one tonight too. Mark, we had the best offense. We sure did. Is that a poster in your... Philly D fan, read between the lines, buddy. Read between the lines, okay? All right? Just read between the lines, buddy. You damn Eagle fans. Good Lord. I get tired of you. Kevin Douglas, how you doing? Mike is blessed with a real team. Dak looking a bit thin? Well, he's going to... Oh, okay. If you say he looks thin, I say he looks cut up there, buddy. Okay? I think he's ready to rock and roll. He's definitely in shape. He is ready to roll. He is ready to make that $40 million a year contract, okay? And you can talk, you know what? You can talk all you want, but see, Philly, guess what this guy hasn't had? He ain't had knee problems. He ain't had back problems. He ain't had rib problems. He don't have fumbling-itis. Can you say the same about your quarterback? Can you say that about your quarterback?
Dak Prescott played through a shoulder.
What's up, Corvette? We all do, Mark. That's going to be MVP. Watch the translation speed up the field. Right. Ripped. And I tell you what, those couple extra pounds he took off of there is going to make him that much faster when he does go ahead and go. Oh, hey, Lord 3000. I love that. He can't read between the lines. Philly fans can't read, period. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. Hey, Lord. Okay, hold it. I'm going to put you down. Hey, Lord, you get the comment for the night. You email me at CowboysMark94. We're going to send you a glass for that one. You get the comment for the night on that one, okay? So that's 3 glasses we're going to send out for you guys. If you guys want to get one, cowboyjobu.com. We have them actually on there too as well. But we're going to be doing some giveaways with shot glasses and the draft glasses, and we're going to be getting some other materials and things too. Wentz played in the special. Oh, Miss Jackie. Oh, Miss Jackie. Oh, I forgot. Oh, that's right. Concussions. I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to say he was a head case. But, Mark, you put it out there. NBKA 338. Please shout out Chuck Benson. Oh, okay. Chuck Benson. I'm his wife, and now he has me watching your live stream. Shout out to Chucky B for getting his wife watching. Oh, wait, hold on. See, that's dangerous. Hold on, Chuck, wait, what happened to the bro code? You get wives watching, she might start talking to my wife and say, you know what your husband said? Come on, man. Damn, Chuck. Oh, man. Mike J's wife watches. I have to be careful. Mark, how do you feel about my old school JMU? Well, JMU with the CAA conference is basically cut football for the season. They're still working on possibly doing like an independent schedule. I tell you what, JMU, when I went to school there, had about 10,000 students. It was all on one side of 81. We had the Village and we had the Bluestones down on one side, and Harrisonburg was a lot smaller. Oh, Lordy. Eastside Herald is in the house. And it was a lot smaller. In fact, the football stadium was only on 2 sides, and it wasn't as tall as it used to be. And Hillside, the side of the hill right there by the power plant, usually had drunk college students during football games at 1 o'clock. But it's a beautiful campus. I love JMU. I go past it all the time on my way to Waynesboro and stuff. The quarterback. Oh, quarterback. Ben DiNucci, he cool. We'll see. He ain't gonna take that spot. But I tell you what, I feel good about him. I thought sorry, I was reliving my college days because if I was back in college right now, I'd probably be at a party, tore up at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just rat on myself? I'm sorry. I just reliving the great times at JMU. But Ben DiNucci, I think he'll make the roster because this year you got to look at it and say, okay, there's a chance you can lose players. There's a chance that you want to make sure that you got a guy for the future. You have, I'm having a brain fart tonight. My man only has a 1-year deal. So you're looking at this and saying, we need a future quarterback. He's dirt cheap right now. You spent a draft pick on him. So you're definitely going to try and see what you can get from him. Ultimately, you look at it and say, we hope that Dak Prescott is the guy that's worth the $31.2 million, and we have a long-term deal for him, and he ends up playing at elite level, and we never need a backup quarterback. But if we do, we have a guy that's in our system. And having Mike McCarthy as opposed to Jason Garrett training him, I feel better about that because you honestly have to look at the whole Jason Garrett era where he inherited Tony Romo. Tony Romo had what he had when he got there. Dak Prescott, really, they didn't have a chance to put a stamp on him his rookie year. He basically was like, oh, shit, we ain't got nobody else here. Dak, you're the starting quarterback. And so Dak kind of came in here with the skills that he had as well. They've just never developed players. They will get rid of Carson. They'll get rid of him. I mean, he doesn't have a contract. He's got a 1-year deal. Dak took hits every week in the Southeast. Yeah, well, see, Dak played. Like, you got to understand, there's a big difference for playing Division I AA, where Carson Wentz played, versus playing in the Southeast Conference, where Southeast Conference literally puts in 54-plus players in the NFL every year. You're playing against the best of the best. I can't make, but see, Jay Smalls, here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter what Dak does. Their haters will still hate Dak Prescott. I'm beginning to realize that some people you just can't even be rational with. As we go through this whole pandemic, we still have people that say it's bullshit. Hey, Lord, you just sent me? Okay, cool. All right, so hopefully you have your address in that email you sent me, so that way we know where to send it. But yeah, people that are still like, oh, this is some bullshit, man. This shit ain't real. It's all a hoax. So at some point you just got to say, the haters, if you hate Dak, you're never going to be on his side. Ben DiNucci is like a white Lamar Jackson. Well, time will tell on that one. 10 years, Jason Garrett wasted our time as a Cowboys fan. I have to agree with you on that one. Orlando, I don't understand why people hate on Dak. Could I imagine if Wentz played against Charles Haley in his prime? Yeah, that would have been. That would have been interesting. You have mine as well. Okay, Tony. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got Tony, and it's just Aaron is the only other one, and I haven't seen Aaron since the beginning. So hopefully Aaron gets this, but I'll go ahead and put a post up to make sure we get that. Dak's my quarterback. What's up, Big Wizzy? Chris, speak the truth. Jason Garrett was a waste of time. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Brandy Brewer, I must be missing some really good comments here because I see you guys crack it up. Team Dak all week. Okay. All right, so guys, you've been into overtime. It's time for me to actually get my ass up out of here because I got things I got to do early in the morning. But I want to thank everybody. If you've become a channel member, we got a few new ones. And I'm still missing Eastside Hero. I would like Dak to be on another team next year. Like your team? Eastside Herald. We're going to put you in here because I know you want. Yeah, Eastside, we know you're a closet Cowboy fan. We know that you hope that you win and get one of these glasses. I know you want one. I know you want one. Big Wizzy, I'm going to send you an email too. Okay. Y'all want Lamar Jackson? I'm going to, if I say this, people are going to say you're just a hater. But I think Lamar Jackson going to come back down to earth a little bit this year. I really think he's going to come back down to earth just a little bit. Well, George, and I didn't touch on this tonight, but I'm wondering, have we heard the last of Jerry Jones? I can't believe that Stephen Jones spoke, and Jerry hasn't. That we finally are actually back to players on the field, and we still have heard nothing from Jerry Jones. This is kind of crazy. This kind of worries me. I mean, seriously. Jerry Jones going this long without talking. If we get into the players actually practice on the field and we don't hear from Jerry Jones, could you imagine that? So, channel members, there's a few of you guys who have not sent me your pictures in. I need you to send your pictures of your mugs up in here because I want to see you and I want to get you added up onto the video up in here. But it's time to get your shot glass ready. I got my shot glass ready. Because I want to thank everybody for being here, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be reporting again another. I am going to break one of these. that I'll be reporting. I got to stop stacking that up there like that. Reporting that the Dallas Cowboys don't have any more COVID tested positives, and we're getting closer and closer. Jerry's afraid of COVID at his age. Could be, but wherever his boat is, I'm sure he's got Wi-Fi. Everybody, I appreciate you being here. Please be safe, because if we're going to have a football season, if we're going to get our country, everything back on track, it's up to each and every one of us to go beyond party lines, go beyond all of the division, and start realizing we're all in this shit together, and each one of us can make a difference. I'm Mark Holmes, and I salute each and every one of you guys.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.